Okay, I got the new seal in. There it is, and it's recessed. Maybe you can tell if I go like this. It's recessed a little bit. There, maybe you can see that. It's recessed just a tiny bit more than the other one. So I think that's good. My method to get it in was I had this plastic, set the plastic on the inside of the seal and then line the seal up. It was pretty easy to do it with the bottom, just kind of get the bottom started, lined up like that, and then kind of work your way around in clockwise or counterclockwise direction with the plastic, folding that sealing lip inside on the drive shaft there. And then once you get the sealing lip inside, you can push that seal in to the flange or whatever this outside metal piece would be called. I would guess I would call it a flange. You can push the seal in quite a bit before it gets hard, and you can't push it with your fingers. So you can push it past the point of where the inside lip is securely inside the drive shaft. So once you get it on there, and then you push it in all even as you can, and when it stops being able to be pushed in by hand, then you just grab a little hammer. I have a little one. I have a bunch of hammers actually, but the little one I like because there's much more control when there's not a whole lot of weight and the head's kind of small. So I just went around in a little circle, tap, 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 worked it in all the way around until it came flush with the outside lip of the flange here. And then I grabbed my punch, or one of my punches. This is a punch from Harbor Freight, I think yeah, definitely Harbor Freight. And I got a set from them, and this one is one of the biggest heads that they have. One of the biggest heads that the punch kit came with. One of the punches with the biggest heads, whatever. So I use that to go in there, just around in a circle, and you can see it fit pretty perfect inside there. Just working my way around until I was happy with the depth. Just go slow and you should be good. Be careful because this flange here is all aluminum. Obviously the case of this motor is all aluminum. Or the block, I guess the engine block is all aluminum. So aluminum is really soft metal, so don't slip with your hammer, because if you slip, you're gonna start messing up your flange because it's such a soft metal. So it's in, looks good, I'm happy with it, and I think I'm gonna throw the flywheel on. I'm definitely gonna throw the flywheel and the starter on and then just fire it up here. I'll have to put the gas tank on too, but that way I can fire it up and make sure that nothing leaks before I put the transmission back on. And it is recommended to replace this main seal on the transmission side too while you're in here. But as you can see, the seal for the transmission is really far recessed in here, and so getting that out seems to be, or I would think it would be really difficult. And I was reading in the manual, it's much easier to change the seal if you're breaking this transmission apart to do other work inside it. So the transmission is getting a little bit more, it's a little clunky, I think. I've noticed getting more clunky, so I'd imagine I'd have to open it up eventually, probably within the next 20 or 30,000 miles or something, to work on that. So when I open the transmission up, when I get back from the trip and I do more work on the transmission and the spike, I'll replace that seal at that time, because it's not leaking now and it looks to be in good shape, so hopefully it'll be good for my trip that I'm doing here, or trying to do. Alright, so that's the main seal.